Greetings, faithful watchers. Welcome back to another episode of Life with a Neurostar. In today's episode, I am going to be talking about how I embrace my voice. Now, in the last few episodes, the two My Sisters podcast hosts have given me advice based on a dilemma that they answered to, which was my dilemma. Wait, did what I said make sense? Anyway, let's not get into the jiffy jaffers and just get into the video.
I'm catching feelings, baby.
This is quite nerve-wracking because I've never actually openly talked about it on a public domain, and also I've kind of been nervous to talk about it because it's a big thing for me personally, and a lot of people never really had an understanding because instead of actually explaining the full story to them, because it would be too long to explain, and plus it's none of their business as well, I would just shorten the sentence and just say, oh, I was born like that, when people would ask me why my voice is the way it is. Today's episode is just about how I embrace my voice. Today you will get a tiny glimpse of, well, the full glimpse of why my voice is the way it is as we proceed further along into the video. Excited to finally talk about my voice and how I embrace my voice as an individual. I was born premature at 23 weeks and 3 days, 17 weeks early. I was in the NICU for a total of 5 months before being discharged. I went through various complications during my time in hospital, but in the end, some of those complications saved my life. I am at college to study to become a pediatric doctor, and this is strongly influenced by my birth story. Some of the complications that I've had have resulted in me having multiple scars on my body. And some of the complications that I've had have actually saved my life. For example, why my voice is the way it is. Where do I even begin from? The doctors had to do a procedure on my voice box and my vocal cords. They had to put a tube in my throat in order to help with my airways, and that caused trauma to my voice box and has resulted in me having the husky voice that you all hear today. All of this combined together is too much to reveal to people, because to them it would just be like, oh, just being talkative for the sake of talking. Just to summarize it, I would just say I was born like that. You know what I'm saying? It's no long thing just saying that I was born like that. But just saying that I was born like that, as I'm getting older, it's not enough, because people would still make fun of me, people would still bully me, people would still mock me. And in primary school, I was teased. Nobody really had an understanding. In secondary school, it was even worse because people were bullying me, people were teasing me, trying to make their voice sound like mine. My voice is my own. Everybody else's voice is different. Why does yours have to be similar to mine? Everybody's voice is different, and so is mine, so why is it a problem? Do you know what I mean? People were just being immature at the time because they didn't have an understanding as to why my voice is the way that it is.